you did your due diligence. So did you have okay, the both of y'all. It seemed like Jerome did have a checklist.
He that man. Sorry. He that man.
Sorry. It seems like Jerome had the checklist, and it was real simple. It was Kiki. Period. Dot.
Oh, he screamed it in the middle. Nigga, Drake owed you a motherfucking. Hey, Drake owed you a check, nigga. You sang Kiki, do you love me? Way before that nigga. Kiki, do you love me? Oh, you riding? You never ever have me.
That's what I said. I said, luckily that song wasn't out yet because he probably would have been singing.
Oh, you a check, bro? He was probably in the fucking Moose Lounge somewhere. He was in the corner like this. Ooh, I like that.
No, that was Martini.
Oh, he was at Martini's. Like, oh,
Martini.
Kiki, are you ready?
But he waited right this time.
Oh man.
I was gonna ask you, did you have Kiki? Did you have a checklist? Because for you to say, okay, I went through his Instagram and you was looking for like certain points. Mm-hmm. When you did, and also for you, Jerome, when you did find Kiki, because it was the girl of your dreams since the damn 5th grade, was there anything that was actually going to turn you off about her?
I like.
Welcome to Divine Purpose Podcast with your host Daniel and
Patrice Myers. In this podcast, you will be introduced to the 3 C's:
comedy, conversations, and community. Join the discussion with fellow entrepreneurs, community activists,
with our major focus on the beauty of family in our community. Episodes drop every Tuesday. Whether inspirational or ratchet, all conversations have a divine purpose. So do I say corny or do you say corny?
You wrote it. A Divine Purpose Podcast with your host Daniel and
Patrice Myers.
In this show, we are introduced to the 3 C's: comedy, conversations, and community. Today we have with us the Joiners and one of our favorite couples, man. You know, I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Y'all my favorite.
Yeah.
I know how to have a good time and it's genuine love and appreciation. And so here we go.
Yes. So introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm Kiki.
I'm Jerome.
All right.
We are the Joiners.
So we're gonna jump into it, and we're gonna start with an icebreaker. What's the icebreaker?
Ooh.
Icebreaker.
Straight in.
You ever seen the show Naked and Afraid?
Wait, say it again.
Oh, Naked and Afraid. You ain't never seen
Naked
that
and
show?
Afraid. Have you ever seen the show Naked and Afraid?
I don't think I have.
You know, the white folks get butt naked in the woods.
No. This black. Listen.
There's black people on here too.
I call him a black cracker. Only he would know that. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I must be a black cracker too, because I watched that show. I've learned so much.
They in the woods. They be in the woods dying.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I know how to start a fire. I seen that shit on Naked and Afraid. I know exactly
yeah, they in the woods about to die. Eating poisonous bugs and all that nonsense, man.
The girl would say that and gonna tell us that his co-worker asked if we could visit him in the woods. Go
ahead. Nah, he didn't say that.
Yes, he did. He said my co-worker want us to go to the woods with them.
I say he want to go hunting.
Hey, so look.
Go hunting.
Hey, listen. You know what their rule is. You know what their rule is.
Nah, we don't do that.
If your
That's
brown
what I
is
said.
down, they gonna have your ass, motherfucker. Dick Cheney your ass out there.
Brown. Location. Don't do that shit.
Send a location before you go to that motherfucker.
Yeah, we're not going. I'm not crazy. I told Jerome, look. I said, don't you dare ask me that again. You know black people don't do the woods.
So that's why we make this an icebreaker, because I knew y'all was going to kick right on. Y'all was going to go right on with the shit. This is exactly why I chose this one for y'all. So, naked and afraid, it's a survival of the fittest type situation. So they're in the woods, they're dropped off. It could be in Africa, in the grasslands. Sometimes it's in like cold tundras where it's snowing, ice and shit. And sometimes it's in like the woods and rainforests, and they don't got no clothes on. And they have to bring 2 items with them to this island. The man chooses one and the woman chooses one, and they have to survive off of that for 20 days. And they got to find 21 days. They got to find their food. They got to do all that shit. So if you were dropped,
Kiki got anxiety.
Training in the woods, but she already in the woods. She saw all the shit.
She said,
Oh God.
So if the question is, and it's like a competition, sort of like who would survive with the items that they bring. So you pick an item, and Jerome pick an item, Patricia pick an item, and I'll pick an item. And then based off those items, it'll be who would survive. Mm-hmm. We're gonna win, of course.
Who's the judge? Of course I'm gonna win. I'm the judge. What do you mean? So no, you guys go ahead and tell what y'all gonna do, and we'll tell y'all.
Any item.
Any item.
We'll go back and forth.
Y'all got 2. You get one, Kiki, Jerome get another one. 2 items.
So what would you bring if you were naked in the woods trying to survive for 21 days?
I'm bringing the rose.
Oh shit! I was like, what's you gonna do with the flower? But yeah. So it's gonna be that type of show.
Fuck yourself to death.
That nigga Jerome will be fishing and she gonna be like, I'm good.
Goddamn rose.
Oh my God. A mess. Okay. All right.
What you bringing up?
No. Jerome gotta go.
Okay, what you bringing?
I'm bringing that gas with me. Like that. I don't go nowhere without my gas.
Hey, dude, we gonna have a good time.
Like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I can eat
They're
it.
gonna be like, nigga, the world coming to an end. I got my gas.
Rose. What else?
What the fuck
You
else?
say you can eat it and smoke it.
Yeah.
We already anyway. We already made it.
Oh my God.
Y'all motherfuckers crazy.
Oh my goodness.
So
Let's get into it. So what y'all bringing?
I was actually going to say a fishing book.
I was gonna say a fire starter.
Now wait a minute. Are we all gonna be on the same island? Because these items will work.
I'm eating.
So
I'm raw.
We're gonna do all the work and then
They
come
bringing the fun.
and y'all bringing the fun.
Y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we froze.
Oh shoot, yeah, y'all froze.
I can still hear you though.
But we can hear you.
Y'all there?
Y'all niggas stuck up like shit too. Take a picture.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's hilarious. Oh shoot, I was trying to get y'all stuck.
Go back, man. Go back. Go back.
So now let's get into
He plays too much.
Hilarious.
So
yes. So
that's the icebreaker. And that's why we did the icebreaker. The icebreaker just, gets a couple laughs, get the show started, and here comes the hard part.
Now I know that we've kind of discussed this before, so due to technical difficulties, this will be your 3rd time answering this question. How did your love story start?
That motherfuckers got that shit down
You know me.
Like,
Well, this already started back in elementary. Elementary, I had a thing for her. She was on she was captain of the cheerleading squad.
Wait, what grade was this? What grade was this in elementary?
What grade was we in?
I don't know, like 4th, 6th grade.
Like 4th.
You was in the 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, she was. I forgot she was in the grade above me.
Okay.
So I might have been in 4th, and she was in 6th, I believe.
Or the
something
5th.
like that.
Might have been 5th and 6th.
Nah,
damn. Okay.
Because I was there. I was sixth grade.
Hey, if I was in 5th, you was in 7th.
Whatever. Go ride with it.
So I had to
you 2 years older than him?
A year.
He
be trying to think I'm that much older.
So yeah, it happened back then, and I don't know. Ever since, I say, ever since my eighth grade year or 7th grade year, I haven't seen her since
I graduated.
I know, but I'm saying I ain't seen you since like 7th grade.
Oh yeah,
until about 3-4 years ago at Martini's. No, actually, that wasn't even the first time I seen her.
It was not,
because it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I had went out to this cabaret
at the Moose
Lodge.
At the Moose Lodge.
Oh, okay.
And somebody was supposed to go with me, but they backed out, so I ended up going by myself. I'm like, shit, I'd have paid for these tickets. I'm like,
you still gonna have
a good motherfucking time.
Solo time.
I've been there having a good old time, and I just run into this girl. She partying, she dancing. I'm like, shit. So I get up on her. We dancing the whole night. The whole night we on the floor. This I think we was kissing and everything. We was dancing.
No. He's skipping parts. Listen, we ran into each other at the Moose Lodge. I had my table in the corner with my family. He was there. Okay. I didn't notice. Every time we wind up in a place together, I never see him first. He always spots me for whatever reason.
He finds your ass.
That's right. We know his nickname should be Waldo.
When we know what we want, we go get it.
Yes. Somehow he always finds me. However, we wind up on the floor together, dancing and everything, talking, having a good time. And then eventually I was like, all right, we about to go. I was there with my niece and my mom and my sisters and us. So we rode out to go outside to get a drink and some stuff out the car because we weren't trying to pay for the inside. We already had our stuff and they weren't trying to let us bring it in. So I was like, all right.
So she was like, yeah, I got something to drink outside. I like, shit, I got something to smoke. Let's go.
Y'all been together.
So look, but we was leaving. I was leaving out, and I was like, "Damn, I don't see him nowhere." So I guess he already gone. Y'all, as soon as I get outside and I get to the car, I look up. This fool come pulling right up in front of my car.
Oh wow!
And blocks me in. He parks in front of the car. So I say to my niece, look at this idiot over here.
I was drunk as shit.
Yeah, I say he ain't gonna let me leave. God damn.
I was so drunk, I didn't even know that it was her. I kept saying, I know you.
People don't drink and drive.
Right. I kept saying, exactly. I know you from somewhere. I know you. I was so drunk, I didn't even know it was her.
Oh damn!
Yeah, we both was trying to figure that out, and he just kept saying,
"I know you." He was like, "Yeah, I know you too."
So when did y'all realize that these were connected situations?
Years later,
after we ran into each other,
This was. You said 3 years first, but this was the 5 years before that.
This was like 4 years, 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was like a dancing where it's like boom. It's
and then
that you kept on moving.
It didn't dawn on me till like a couple years ago when I was in the kitchen. I was like, "Did you go to the Moose Lodge in the summer back? It was cold, like a few years ago.
It was 37 degrees."
I was like, "Did you have a car? You had a car with a bunch of snacks and stuff in the back?" It was like.
No, he told me I needed to clean your car. He said your car was messy.
And kids stuff in the back.
I got kids. Don't worry about my car.
You didn't have a car that would junk you or something.
Right, excuse me.
He trying to holler at you and tell you need to clean your shit up at the same
time. He tried to say it in a smoother way. Tell me something like, "Why don't you let me clean your car for you?" I'm like,
Nigga made up a whole business. I gotta detail them. I detail cars, you know what I'm saying? I detail yours.
Yeah, leave it to him. He probably would have, milked that all the way.
Oh, I already know.
Even if he don't detail.
Nigga would have showed up with a vacuum cleaner and a hose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was
so y'all
great,
together. That's crazy. Okay. Wow.
That's how we wound up.
Yeah.
Being with each other.
And then we ran into each other at Martini's. This time I was just getting there and she was just getting there. So we wasn't, drunk at the time. So I knew exactly who it was. Soon as she walked in the door, I was with my folks and I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
I know her. I'm moving people out the way. I'm like, oh shit.
Hold on, you with somebody?
He said he couldn't get to me.
You yelled through the crowd.
I'm like, Kiki.
Yeah, he said he couldn't get to me because everybody kept stopping me before I got halfway inside the club because I just got my hair cut.
As soon as she walked in there, like a ray of light just shining around her. Everybody,
even the women, they was like, oh, I was like, damn, I can't even get in the door. I'm trying to get to the bar, get a drink before the club.
I'm not gonna let you pass again. She keeps on passing me. Good ass.
That's exactly how it was.
We locked eyes with each other.
Well, we locked eyes because the band that was playing was singing one of my favorite songs. And I was waiting for him to get to that part to see if he was going to really hit the high note. So I'm sitting there talking to my friend, sipping on my drink. And then he got to that part and hit it. And I said, oh, shit, he did hit it. And that's when I seen him. We locked eyes. And I was like, and we just started laughing. And I was like,
yeah, we just bumped out laughing.
I was like, what was that about? So
we didn't even exchange words.
We ain't saying nothing. We just laughed and then kept walking.
I was like, ah.
So y'all motherfuckers just
but I was just like, I think I was like,
but I went and found him this time.
Yeah, I played it. So I played it cool. I was like, I ain't about to be all pressing on her.
Now that she seen me, I
want to see me real quick.
Yeah.
You next thing I know, I end up in the front. I'm in the front, turning up. I'm like, yeah.
Because he already knew.
I'm making all this noise. I'm like, yeah, I know she's gonna come over here now. I'm over here turned up in the front. I know she's gonna come over here. Man, next thing I know,
I backed it up on
music getting cranking.
Yep.
I look over, she right there. I'm like, oh shit, yeah. I hop on that jump.
I've been hopping on it
dancing the whole night, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, the rest was history.
Yeah, it was a wrap after that.
Hey, look, let me tell you something, man. That's beautiful, man.
Hilarious.
It's like what I do notice every time I'm around y'all. It's like, and that actually makes sense with how y'all story started because y'all always have a good time, dog. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I know people go through shit and shit be going on in everybody's lives because we be going through shit, but we still like to have a good time. But man, y'all genuinely fuck with each other, and it's like it's beautiful to see because like especially with doing what we're doing, we're around a lot of different couples, and some people just don't. They just be married. And it'd be like they just married.
I know, and that's it.
You like to be around people that like, nigga, just because you married,
I always say, a good time, I like being around.
Yeah, they like, oh man, I gotta bring my wife.
Right? No, I say I always like being around.
Yeah.
Like couples that are having sex are good to be around. The energy is good. The ones that's not fucking, it is not a good time.
Oh yeah, it's dead. It's dead.
It's not fun.
But it's not even that. Some people.
No, I'm serious. Yeah. Like it's just a difference when you really vibing with your person. Not off like, oh, it's the schedule that has sex, but like, no, it can happen when it happens
on a Tuesday at noon.
Jerome knows it's gonna stay exciting with me because my mind is always venturing off and thinking outside the box. So I always come up with some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm actually
I do crazy stuff too.
I want to do some dominatrix stuff with him.
What kind of stuff?
Don't worry.
What's going on?
You said if I say let's do it, you're gonna be with it, right?
I mean, long as I ain't picking on no choker and then walk like a dog and shit like that.
I mean, but what if it results in a happy ending?
Man, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. That ain't right now. I ain't. Nah.
Hey, my nigga.
Hey, you ain't gotta tell us nothing.
Yeah,
okay?
we don't know. Hey, and she gonna come home one day with a leather outfit and a fucking spike chain for your ass. And you're like,
Hold on, just a second.
it's a choker.
No, I want him to wear a man thong.
No. I can't let my man go out like that. I can't let my man go out like that.
Do it.
I can't let my man go out like that.
Daniel said, absolutely not. This is out of the question.
Ain't no way.
Daniel,
boy.
You wouldn't wear one for Patrice.
What, a thong?
Yes, he would.
I would not.
Yes, he would.
I might look. You know what I would do for her?
Yes, he would.
I would get some gray sweatpants, get some real tight
I don't
ones,
want it.
and just cut them out all the way up. And
He
then,
gonna wear the
Yeah,
thong.
she want the thong.
He gonna wear that thong.
nah.
And he gonna turn around and make that shit flat.
First off, I don't even my ass is flat as shit. It would she probably would laugh at me. She probably would laugh. I got old man ass.
It's so cute.
Nah,
That's what I'm saying. I want to see it.
nah, stop rubbing me like that.
No. Rom got the cutest little pumpkin butt.
Hey,
Hey,
ain't no pumpkin butt, baby.
that's what I told you. You already know
what
that.
I'm talking about.
Yo,
Talking foolishness.
next motherfucking question.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Pumpkin butt. So
That's what I call him. He know that.
Speaking of adventure, I'm actually going off script now. What is the most wildest experience that you guys have had
Oh wow, I didn't
that you could tell us about?
Don't incriminate yourself.
The ones that you can tell us about. And okay, that's the first part of the question. Then I got a second part.
Oh.
Okay, so why you smiling? Yeah. If
got
y'all
some
could,
pussy.
and if y'all could hear him swallow his spit right now. So the wildest experience for us was the threesome that I gave Jerome. And I can't mention her name, but it was a threesome with his ex.
It's Jerome. I don't know how. I see why you always smiling, bro.
But he didn't know about it. He didn't set it up. He didn't have nothing to do with it.
I was surprised.
I did all of this. The only thing he knew that he was supposed to do was just answer the front door. I had dinner ready. I had both of their favorite drinks. I had music. I pretty much set the mood, set the tone.
I don't know. I
wouldn't want to. No, with my ex, I wouldn't want to.
I don't even know.
Nah, I mean,
they were cool though. They still had a cool relationship or whatever the case may be. They were still friends, and I told him that I was going to post something like that on my Facebook to see who bites. So when I told them who actually messaged me, I just wanted to see his vibe and pretty much, how he was going to feel if I say, hey, let's do this. And of course, like, why wouldn't a man be excited for a threesome? I mean, maybe they may not be thinking about doing it with the ex, but
exactly.
If you had good chemistry there, I mean, and I wasn't worried about it. But go ahead.
So, like, why you say you don't know?
So okay, hold on. So you said you wasn't worried about it, and what made you not be worried?
Because I got confidence in my position with Jerome. I'm not insecure. I don't plan on being insecure, and I know all that mine. He ain't going nowhere after all the years he took to sit here and find me.
Hell no.
I know he.
I heard, nigga.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
we talked a lot about a lot of stuff and had great communication. So I figured, if we do this, it wasn't gonna really damage our situation. I felt like it would just create a stronger bond for us. I felt like it would create trust boundaries for us to let us know, okay, this is where we stand. We'll be able to trust each other because I want you to know that I'm comfortable, being with you, and I want you to be comfortable being with me. And that was the reason I did what I did, because I wanted him to know he doesn't have to hide anything. I don't want him to feel obligated to have to hide anything. I know people go through stuff in their past, and sometimes it can carry over into the next relationship. So I wanted him to see that this commitment from me, this is me. Like, I want you to know that I trust you with every bone and being in my body, and this is how it kind of pulled us together.
It's crazy. So for his side, for you to give him that level of trust, that's a lot of responsibility that he holds.
Mm-hmm.
To be free like that, you have to have a certain level of trust that everybody don't have. Like, and I listened to that story, and I'm not like that's why I asked kind of like how she was like that, because we've done that before and everything was set up. Like, I don't have to do anything. It wasn't through no X or nothing like that. But I understand. We understand that. You know what I mean? And everybody's marriage isn't traditional. This is one of the reasons why we wanted to do this, because, you can be happy and be who you are and still legitimately live your life the way you want to live.
Yeah.
Just free. Like, it's your fucking life. And if we close our eyes and that's that, whether we go to heaven or hell or wherever the fuck anybody says anybody goes, or don't know. So if we just die and it's just black, nigga, live your fucking life and do what makes you happy.
Absolutely.
Happy as shit. And I commend you for that, because that level of trust, that's putting faith in your man, and these words and all that. But that's what it is.
So, what age were you guys when y'all met back up?
Shit, what am I, 35 now? So 30.
Oh, so y'all was in my 30s?
I'm 31.
No,
I was 31.
You might have been 32.
I was in your 30s.
35. Oh no, 30.
I was 31.
31.
30.
Okay. So do you guys feel like y'all had to go through testing your trust, or do you think that being as though you guys met each other a little later on in life and went through parts of life, that y'all came into this relationship with more maturity and you didn't have to, you just were more like, let's just put everything on a line now. This is what.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I don't think we did a whole testing of the trust thing. I think it was just there because the type of person that I am, and this is no disrespect to you, babe, but I do this in any relationship before him, and there's not gonna be one after him, so you don't have to worry about that. But any relationship before him, even with just a friendship, I'm the type of person, I like to put everything all out on the table right then and there when we talk, because I don't want you to have no surprises. I don't want you to think I'm trying to put you in a trick bag. I'm trying to trap you, as most women would say. I'm not that person. I'm very blunt and straightforward, and I wanted him to know, my past situation, so that way as we move forward, if there were certain things that he may have done that may upset me or take me out of my character, it can remind him, wait a minute, this is something we talked about that she told me, and I might be stepping my boundaries a little bit. Let me go back and recap and let's fix the situation. So that's how it is. Like we normal, we blow up, we get upset about things and stuff like that. But the thing is, we don't stay upset that long. We apologize to one another. We come back together. We talk about it. We keep it moving. Jerome doesn't like to argue.
And we do it.
We make it up. You better make up after all this apologizing.
It's to fix everything here.
It's a reconnection. Like with us, if we're in a rut, most of the time is when we are not. No, I ain't on the hot seat. We just
Bro,
talking.
you should feel my face. This thing is
Your cheeks is rosy.
Yes, they're red. I'm hot.
Drink some of that cool.
So it's like when you're in, if we're not connected, shit be like rocky. And then literally we be like, oh shit, we need to connect. And then we'll connect and get back on the page, and then we back happy again. But you gotta have that shit it's real. But
yes, it is.
You're going because you're gonna have ups and downs, you're gonna have arguments, but what you gonna fall back on? That's why pleasure and passion is so important. Because if I'm not pleasing you and we're not passionate, like nigga, hey, if we arguing, I could just fucking just whatever. But you gotta keep that on. You gotta keep that connection.
So Jerome, did you always go into all your relationships? Like Kiki said she did for hers, going into them just open, like this is who I am, this is what I'm willing to do, or is that something you learned with Kiki?
No, actually, I pretty much the same. I just put everything on the line. I don't know. I guess I know how to pick them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Nah, but you seem real comfortable with who you are as an individual.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I get from you.
Yeah, I don't really trip about a lot of
from
things.
both of y'all. It's like you don't.
Both of y'all, it's a level of confidence.
Yeah, like I don't have no insecurities or none of that stuff.
Like fuck what a nigga think.
I just be real cool about stuff.
Yeah. I get that. You're right. I get it from both.
Yeah, that's evident, and that makes sense as to why you could present to people all that you are, and know that the people that are meant to be in your life will be there, and you don't have to bend in order to have people stay in your life or bring people in your life. You're like, no, this is who I am.
Take it or leave it, motherfucker.
But believe it or not, people message us all day long, inviting us to different functions. We can go on a trip for my birthday in June to Costa Rica. And originally it was supposed to be a travel with our new travel group that we had started that came as a result from the last trip that we went to that didn't go so well, but we met some really great people that we networked with along the way. And we decided to take it further and start a travel group. However, everybody didn't pay for their ticket like they were supposed to. So we canceled the whole plan thing that we was doing, but there were some of us that did pay for our flight. And some people can't get a refund on them tickets. So we decided we were still going to go. Right. The majority of the people that's going are female. So Jerome will be the only guy. And best believe, we gonna turn up, all the way up.
Jerome.
It's a good thing because I like ladies too, so it's a good thing.
What happens in Costa Rica stays in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's gonna be a good time.
My nigga, I wish I could just go be a fly on the motherfucker wall, man. I'll be one of the motherfuckers in the trees, just like I'll be the nigga.
I wish I could come. That would be so much fun. That would be so dope. But
I'm gonna tell you what, knowing now that y'all have a travel club you started, like I legitimately would like some information on it, and 100%.
It's the laugh for me. It was the laugh. That was a sneaky laugh.
Wasn't it?
Thank you.
You wouldn't want to go.
Wasn't it?
You wouldn't want to be a part of Jerome and Kiki's traveling club tree.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh man,
that's I love that. I feel like one of the common things that I see in a lot of different relationships, no matter where it's put, is just the importance of communication.
Yeah,
like no matter what it is, if it's about one person being an entrepreneur and another person like keeping a steady job, or adding people into your relationship, or knowing when people need their own breaks and time away. Like it's all about just communication
and understanding.
Yeah. And so and the part that y'all added to for me that I think is real major is not only communicating, but the confidence to know that what you're communicating may not go over right with people, but you're confident in yourself enough to know that who you are, the right person will be there. Yeah. So that in itself adds an even further layer of communication because you're just completely who you are. Because you're like, I'm good. Yeah, shit gonna be fine. Things gonna come to me. I'm comfortable with me, and so
that's
that
the divine purpose.
That's the divine purpose. That shit right there. That's massive.
That is actually
to have confidence onto a whole nother level.
Yeah,
I didn't even. That's the missing link. The missing link. Confidence.
Yeah,
that is so
confidence. Confidence is big because the thing is you can't even do that type of stuff if you don't have a certain level of confidence because it becomes insecurities. And the line between confidence and insecurities actually isn't that fucking. It's a thin line between that shit. It's like confidence, and you cross that line, like now you're insecure. But if you walk in confidence, it's really just knowing yourself and being comfortable in your own skin. And once you can know yourself, comfortable in your own skin, it's like y'all can look at your partner and say, you're not going to want to leave me because we're good.
Yes. Look what we do. Yeah.
We're good.
I agree to that. Yeah. I agree to that.
So so if you guys had I feel like y'all can answer this on the spot. Y'all have answered none of the questions that I've ever sent y'all. But what would you consider? Because I knew y'all. What would you consider the Joyner family? I want to say crescent. Like, what are maybe like 3 to 5 standards for your household that question. Y'all like live by that will represent the Joyners?
That's a damn good question. We need to write that down. Put it on the goddamn book.
Fun.
Fun.
Peace.
Peace.
Communication.
Yeah, communication, definitely.
Yo, like that really describes young love, fun, and peace. That is y'all.
Yeah.
Before that, communication, love, fun, and peace is literally how I would explain to both of y'all. Like that's crazy.
That's the first 3.
Yeah, because y'all literally walk in any room with love. It's like, and even if, like you came over, I remember y'all came over our house. Y'all didn't really know. I mean, you knew Alexis, but y'all didn't really know nobody in there, and just walked in with nothing but love.
I gave everybody hugs. I'm a hugger, so I can't help it.
Yeah, but it's like
greet people. I like to greet people. I don't like walking in and just not saying nothing.
Yeah, it's rude. Like, we both.
But see, I come from DC, and a lot of times, like the DC mentality is kind of like standoffish, and it's like you always. I don't know what it is about DC niggas, man. We always like, but I never felt that way. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's you always leave with love and peace. It's like you come with peace. Like I come in peace. Peace be unto you. Assalamu alaikum. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all really walk.
You see you see it?
I know. That's what. That's what
I'm going the wrong way. Here we go.
No, that's what made me say it. Because like assalamu alaikum. Like I know I could feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when you walking in the room with peace. Now, also with that, like the thing about that, it's like you walking in the room with peace, but that looks like it don't mean take peace for not the wrong way, because y'all also
don't get it twisted.
Like don't get it twisted. I get it. What I'm saying, like y'all still real niggas.
I got a mat at my doorstep that says, "Check your energy before you come in this home." So definitely, yeah. And our last 2 is communication and family. We're big on family. We're very big on family, and that's one of the things that kind of attracted me to Jerome. I actually stalked his Instagram before we got further into the relationship because I wanted to see what type of head he had on his shoulders and where he was at in his life and in the space in his life. I wanted to make sure I wasn't stepping on nobody's toes. I wasn't interrupting anything. I wanted to make sure he was family oriented like I am because I'm big on hanging around my family. My family comes over a lot every so often to try and visit, and I wanted to make sure he was the guy that matched that energy that will be perfect for that because my last situation, yeah, that's for another time. But right here, he that nigga.
Yeah. So you did your due diligence. So did you have okay, the both of y'all. It seemed like Jerome did have a checklist.
He that man. Sorry. He that man. Sorry.
It seems like Jerome had the checklist and it was real simple. It was Kiki. Period. Dot.
Oh, he screamed it in the middle. Nigga, Drake owed you a motherfucking. Hey, Drake owe you a check, nigga. You saying Kiki, do you love me? Way before that nigga. Kiki, do you love me? Oh, you riding? You never ever have me.
That's what I said. I said, luckily that song wasn't out yet because he probably would have been singing.
Oh, you a check, bro? He was probably in the fucking Moose Lounge somewhere. He was in the corner like this. Ooh, I like that.
No, that was Martini.
Oh, he was at Martini's. Like, oh,
Martini.
Kiki, are you ready?
Nah, he played it right this time.
Oh man.
I was gonna ask you, did you have Kiki? Did you have a checklist? Because for you to say, okay, I went through his Instagram and you was looking for like certain points. Mm-hmm. When you did, and also for you, Jerome, when you did find Kiki, because it was the girl of your dreams since the damn 5th grade, was there anything that was actually going to turn you off about her?
I like to look at how females take care of their kids and stuff like that, and how they take care of their health. That's all. You eating right? Are you you treating the kids right? Are you teaching them right? Stuff like that. Do you have smarts? Are you intelligent? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff.
You looking for a woman like?
Hey, I don't want to be with no dummy.
Like, damn, bitch, you look good, but I can't even talk to your fucking stupid ass.
Yeah, I can't even have a conversation with you.
It's a lot of them. There's some good looking joints. You see, you like, then you get into the middle of a conversation, you're like, nah, this man. I already know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so thank God you actually lined up with that. Well, do you think that it would have been hard though, Jerome, to actually finally getting Kiki? That if she didn't need none of that stuff. She walked away.
She'd have been mad as shit. Like,
you think you would have walked away?
Oh no, man, because a lot of things you can fix, but you can't fix stupid. You can fix a lot of things, but if you just don't brain,
that's true. You cannot fix
that's something I can't help you with.
My mama ain't raised no dummy, so he wasn't even about to catch a glimpse of that.
Y'all story
is awesome.
Y'all story is really good, man. I love it, man, and it's real. Like, so looking at y'all now, right? If you had to talk back to yourselves at the beginning of your relationship, or younger Jerome, let's say go back to when y'all were younger and you knew each other. If you know what you know now, if you can go back to your furthest memory together, what would you tell yourselves? I'll start with Kiki.
What would I tell myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, reiterate the beginning of the question one more time.
What would you tell your younger self in reference to Jerome?
That's a good question. What would I tell myself? I don't know. No, I don't know. It probably wouldn't be nothing for me to say.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person that like to observe, sit back and observe. Sometimes it's better to be quiet than running your mouth, because you find out a lot more when you listen. So I probably wouldn't have.
You want to change the thing?
Much. I wouldn't change nothing.
Shit,
I like him just the way he is. I wanted him to have problems and all of that, because I feel like I said, no one's perfect. And if he was to claim to be anything of that, something would have been wrong for me, because everybody makes mistakes, and there's no way in hell you're perfect. God wasn't perfect. So I wanted him to come with his flaws, because I wanted to know what I had to stand up against in order to be with him. So I don't change nothing. I love our situation just the way it is.
That's awesome.
I would have said she gonna be the mother of my kids.
He told you said that earlier.
I told her in elementary school that I was gonna marry her one day.
He did.
Oh,
he did. I remember that.
Yeah.
After I told him go to class.
He walked your ass down for 30 years.
Damn.
That nigga's the definition of patience and resistance.
He did. Like my god brother, his name is Javon. We call him Juicy.
Juicy.
I don't know where that name came from. You know what I'm saying? Huh? No, I'm not sure why he got that name. It doesn't suit him, because the boy is crazy. So Juicy does not fit him. But that's my man's 100 grand. And when he seen that Jerome and I was actually finally together and embarking on the journey of getting married and stuff, he reached out because he knew about Jerome's crush for me all these years, and he posted on Facebook, and he said, "Bruh, after all these years of trying to get Marquita, bruh, you finally got her." Like, he was like, "I'm so happy." Like, he said, I couldn't be more happier. He didn't care too much for my last situation, but this one. Yeah, it's definitely one for the books.
So do y'all feel like okay, so timing is everything. Literally, timing is everything. Do y'all think if y'all would have met at 21 that y'all would still be
nah.
Because we both was now we might have been best friends. Because we was already best friends. Yeah, that's how we wound up sticking together.
I was a little wild.
Yeah, that dude was off the hook. But I was wild too, but maybe not as wild as him. But back then, his wild and the stories that I've heard, I told him, nigga, you got on my last nerves. Like, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it wouldn't.
Oh, me and Daniel say that too, because he I guess he knew me or saw me in high school because I danced at the for the band, and so he knew of me in high school. But I didn't. He played football, but I didn't know of him because he went to another school. So he was like, "Damn, what if we was together in high school?" And I was like, "I wouldn't have liked you. Like, I didn't like people in a certain circle. Like, I just was immediately turned off. Like, I didn't fuck with it. So I was like, we probably wouldn't even be together because I'd have been like, ugh. This nigga." So if we met at the right time,
but
like
even with years later, we met in college. It's like a couple years later.
I mean,
I was still that the same nigga.
But no, I was different. You were different. I was different. That's what I'm saying. The stage of life that I was in.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that you wouldn't have fit in.
Because Patrice was known as like a goody, she was a good girl, right? And so like the people I hung with, everybody, like she went to school with a lot of people that I knew, or I would even know from the neighborhood, or I was in the go-go band, or through sports or whatever. We have a lot of mutual friends. So, but we knew them from
mutual friends.
I won't say mutual.
I have mutual friends, and that's why I didn't think I was gonna like them.
Everybody knew her.
I knew these people.
Everybody knew her, and she was like, "I'm not fucking with the niggas." Hell, right? No, I'm not. So the thing is, because she was such a good girl, when I finally like got it to myself away from DC, we was at Virginia State. So now I'm not around him. So even then, I still was a nigga, but she was a little bit different. Yes. So like it was like now that I got it to myself, this is the same chick that I like. Damn, that's the. I used to call her my little chocolate chip. That's my little chocolate chip. That's the motherfucker.
You know, guys can really come up with some names.
For but like that's because she in the dance.
She can't give y'all too many names.
Dancing and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know her name. She was chocolate chip. but like when I got with her, and people start realizing, they was like, "Man, you mess with trees," and they would ask me, "How the fuck did you get her?" And I'd be like,
I did not play. I did not play in high school.
She didn't fuck around. She didn't like a lot of dumb shit. She ain't like niggas. So it was just like, they'd be like, "How did you get her?" And I'd be like, "Man, And I didn't even come at her on some like, "Hi, how you doing?" type shit.
How you doing?
I came to her on some cold, nigga hot Bama nigga shit. I was like drunk. We was laying on the quad.
And I was just like,
look, she was like, I was laying on her lap because I'm drunk, and she like, "Man, bring your ass over here, nigga. You stealing this shit." So I'm laying on her lap. I look up. She looked down at me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I say, "Man, let me suck your titty." And she looked around, right? She didn't do it, but when she looked around, I was like, "Oh, you thought about that shit." I was like, I knew I love that motherfucker chocolate chip. For some reason, it was something about that. But
ain't nothing wrong with a T-shirt. Ain't no STD. Nothing wrong with a T-shirt.
So, but ever since then, like
I have a great time with a titty.
Yeah, I've been sucking them titties ever since, man.
I'll be good. I don't know about you, but I'm good.
Yes.
So so it's like, man, that's why I appreciate y'all, because like it's nothing like meeting somebody at your true self, because you ain't gotta put on a facade.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
You ever been in a relationship? You seen relationships, or I've been in relationships where they meet you at you are in this place, or because life go up and down like a motherfucker. You could be up, you could be down, but if you don't really fuck with that person for who they are, if you down, if I only met you because you were up, it's a problem. Or if I met you when you down and you trying to go up and I can't see it with you, it's a problem. You gotta meet people just where you are, and when you meet them where they are, everything you get on top of that shit is a bonus. And you just like, damn, life came in. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have a good time with life, man. We only get one of these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
that's good advice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So the last thing is, what do the joiners have going on, and what would you guys like to promote?
Ooh. Well, as everybody knows, I am the CEO of Bougie Queens Boutique LLC.
Oh, shit now.
I specialize in making natural skincare products for your body. So body butter, shower gel, perfume, oil, hairsprays, massage butters, you name it. I probably can pretty much make it. Soap bars, whatever you need, I got it. That's what I'm working on. Then also I have a event coming up May 7th. There's probably won't be aired by then, but if it is, I do have an event coming up May 7th. It's going to be in Washington, D.C. I believe the address is 1917 Bennett Road, Northeast, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I just seen that address somewhere.
Yeah, I believe that's the address. It's going to be from 1 to 5 p.m. Bougie Queen's Boutique will be in the building at the pop-up shop as one of the vendors. I'm excited about that, being alongside some other great vendors who've actually been in the game a little bit longer than me. So this also gives me an opportunity to network, ask questions, and figure out how I can make my business grow and elevate to where I want to see it. So I'm excited for that. I will be offering lash services soon as well, and facial spa treatments. So definitely stay tuned because I'm looking forward to serving everybody who wants to come in and check me out.
Right.
Hey,
That's right.
That's awesome.
And also, we are CEOs of Joiner Family Autos, specialize in used auto sales, reliable vehicles that'll get you from A to B.
Yeah.
And also, I do alarm system installs and anything electrical. Anything.
Yes.
That's good, man.
Install locks, hanging TVs, all that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, the hanging, the mounting.
Yeah, TV mount.
Yes.
I
Okay.
can fit surround sound throughout the whole house.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
y'all been over our house, right? Y'all been
huh?
over our house. I would love to have some speakers through this motherfucker.
Yeah,
you can definitely get it. Tree's like,
I ain't saying right now, but I can literally.
hey, I'm not against it because when we get our first house, I want the speakers to be in the ground. So
I don't know
No,
We have speakers everywhere.
no.
The bathroom.
You don't understand noise or respect. Please, Daniel getting up in the morning thinking he playing everybody's soothing music.
It'd be a sign of the spa. Y'all seen our ceilings, man. I can go right in between the fucking lights. Right
I'm telling y'all, it will be grounds for serious arguments. That is not an invention. I can already see it. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought Beethoven would be okay."
Beethoven.
No, nigga, I don't want to hear anything.
And then I'm gonna play Zaytoven.
I don't want nothing.
That stuff he do.
Yeah, so nah.
Oh man.
If I'm gonna sign off on a Jerome, no, come in my house.
Hey Jerome.
Oh,
Hey Jerome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send her on a vacation or some shit.
He come back.
Already recorded. I didn't sign off.
Yeah, y'all neighbors gonna leave a letter for Trees. It's gonna say not for Daniel.
Yeah.
Lead up to serve the piece the whole
She gonna walk
weekend.
back in the door. She gonna walk in the door after her trip, and I'm gonna have that soothing music playing like.
I will smash that shit off the wall. I ain't gonna need hold y'all.
No, but you see, he said high up. He trying to put it somewhere so you can't snatch it off.
I'm telling you, I'm sort of human.
Yeah, you don't need a ladder for that.
Strength is gonna come from out of me, and I'm gonna be up there like,
I want to be a fly on the wall that day.
I'm like, don't you touch my motherfucking speakers. I swear to God, I just got
Oh, you gonna see her handstand that day.
yes,
she gonna get them speakers.
I am. Watch.
Nah, man, we really appreciated y'all, man. This has been a good episode of Divine Purpose, and few things we have coming up. First, we want to thank y'all for coming to the live show. The live show is always fun, and that's why we wanted to do this, because this is more like one of the times we could just sit back and kick it like we just kick it. Mm-hmm. And it gets the goal of this show is to not only promote family relationships and healthy living, but it's also to show other people operating in their divine purpose and working in their divine purpose as well. And we see y'all, we respect and appreciate what you guys are doing. And this show is to spotlight the everyday person, We need to stop looking at celebrity relationships and realize it's people around us that you can learn from. Like, we got nuggets from this ourselves, and I'm sure y'all got nuggets. And I hope the people that are tuning in, if we just reach one person, that's the goal. I don't give a fuck about. For those who have ears, let them hear.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely some gems that's been dropped tonight. So I hope we help somebody as well.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No one has ears, so no one will hear. But what I would like to do, I'm definitely. I just thought about something too that we never even touched on in the midst of, which was blended families.
Oh.
And I want to sit down and have a discussion with people about that, because honestly, I don't know if we had additional babies added to this equation, if we could have reblended, if we could have got back together.
We didn't have to experience that.
So I would like to have that discussion, because I don't have any knowledge about, well, I do have a little bit, because before I was back with you, I was dating somebody that had kids, but I didn't solidify all of that stuff. But I don't know, like, I just would love to talk further about that and the journey of that on its own, because sometimes that stuff is just all outside of yourself. So I would love to talk further about that, and that'll be another panel discussion somewhere down the line. So keep that in
mind. As well as us working on our new edition.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be on your next panel as well.
Baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. She never drinking like a motherfucker.
It's on the way.
What? Wait, within, like, how soon do y'all want to have a baby?
Probably
this year.
It might be in the oven this year, but
by
next year. Y'all are practicing like a motherfucker.
A lot of practice.
I love it. Oh my gosh. Well, advanced congratulations on all of that. And
thank you.
I think that's such a beautiful thing. Another thing we've never experienced, bringing in a baby in an environment that was completely loved and accepted for the baby. Like, literally no turmoil, no other added. Like, y'all don't have no pressures of being young. It's just such a beautiful way to just say, I want your baby. Oh my God, it's so amazing.
So that baby can raise peace and love and communication.
Yes, the kids, if y'all can hear the kids, they literally access almost every other week, and let me be bloated from some food or something, and I come out, my belly is looking like this. The first thing, Mom, is that it? Is it? And I be like, calm down, this is not it yet. Y'all don't know what it is. Like, they've already picked out baby names. They've already bought stuff from in the store. And everything. So we've been just preparing ourselves and buying little things here and there as we go to kind of prepare and get ready for that time when it does come. So we know we be ready.
That's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
That is beautiful. Oh my gosh, like the freedom. Do y'all recognize? Oh shit, I know we was wrapping up, but do y'all feel a difference in the way that you're going about this baby compared to others?
Yeah,
big difference.
Definitely a big difference. And I won't say that, my past pregnancies weren't good. They were good, and I'm proud to be a mom to all three of my children, including my stepson. But I definitely know that this is going to be a different path and a different journey. For me, it's going to be more peaceful. It's
Yeah.
more love around. I can feel more of the love versus where I was before when things, started. And then Jerome, he is definitely the ideal definition of a strong Black man and a great father. And I am more than enthusiastic to give him this baby, and I just want to see what it's gonna look like. I'm excited.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Like I get that because we love Kaylin Kiera too, but we also know the boundaries and the fears that were placed upon us with having Kaylin Kiera. So young, and the unknown, and the also the lack of experience, because y'all also come in it with experience.
Yeah, we grew up.
And so all of that, I can't imagine like deciding to, even though I won't, have a baby right now, with all that we have, right?
I'll be telling motherfuckers,
it's a better
for yourself.
We are good. No, I don't want to have another baby.
We are
in a great position. Like we're overall in a great position. We're like fucking adults, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we also too, like I think we are both very clear on where we are moving forward. Yeah. And so I think the crazy thing is that I think the best thing that we did do is when you got your vasectomy, and then when we separated, I was like, I don't think I can do this again, because I had a horrible pregnancy, and I just
she almost died giving birth to the twins.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
She had preeclampsia. Went in eclampsia. She had.
That's the most scariest thing that happened.
She went into a coma and was in the ICU for a couple of days. I was with the girls first before she even.
Yeah,
you know how they lay the daughters on your mother's heart. We didn't have that because they had to rush her into like the ICU unit because she was about to die. And I was preparing at fucking 19 years or 20 years old to be a single mother because we didn't know what was going to happen with her. So me and my daughters are so close because literally I was the one with them in the beginning. I was the one feeding them through a fucking feeding tube, and then they was premature.
Yeah, I had that.
So it was me first, and then when she came out of her coma, like I remember like setting up. We used to have pictures. I don't know where they are. Like she didn't see them until like how many days? 3 days she was in the coma, and the third day she woke up. The third day she rose again.
Why you saying coma?
I said you was out.
I was not in a coma.
Why you couldn't see the babies?
I was, because my blood pressure was so high, but I was in and out of.
He was in and out of consciousness. That's a fucking coma, nigga. What the fuck? Okay, like she wasn't in a coma. She was she was in and out of consciousness.
Like maybe I was in a coma, but I never said I was in a coma.
All right.
This is 20 years later. My daughter's about to be 20 in December. I've never said I was in a coma.
Okay.
Now I've been in a coma. I never knew I've been in a coma.
That's what in and out of consciousness for 3 days is. Some people be in and out of consciousness for 10 years. That's a coma. You were in ICU. Your blood pressure was through the roof. You almost had a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
They was telling me to fucking be ready to. They were preparing me to be a single father. The doctors came to me and was like, if she don't make it, what it like for real?
I know, but I didn't know I was in a coma. So that's the part that's scary to me because I didn't even realize that. But also another thing that Daniel told me too when we got back together is that apparently I had 2 seizures. Yes. I only remember having 1.
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of stuff that he remembered.
Yeah, I didn't
because he was more lucid than I was during the time.
And this was before the fire department, so I didn't know what I know now. Like I didn't even realize how serious what she was going through was back then, because I was just a 19-year-old nigga. Just we drove a fucking hoopty to the hospital with dead tags and fucking no insurance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we were at the time when we had the babies. But so man, I didn't want no more kids after that. I didn't want to experience that shit. I was 19 years old.
God, you here, Jesus.
Yeah, so that's a whole nother thing. Like man, I'm just thankful because whatever our life is about to do and birth, man, this shit is divine purpose for real.
Yes, absolutely.
We use our story and stories like y'all's to help other people, and it's like, I don't know, man. Whatever this universal thing is, whatever this God thing is, I know it's in us, and I know it's working through us, and that's why I named it Divine Purposes. Divine Purpose on there. Remember divine? Even with the drink, even with the we still operating in divinity, and that's literally why we did it. So, cheers to y'all.
Yes, cheers, guys.
And cheers to love, peace, and happiness.
Oh, hold on. Wait till Jerome.
All right, wait till he pulls.
Oh, wait, babe. Don't overflow it now.
Oh.
Keep it
safe. Like that overflow.
Make sure every time we close this show out in this format, we cheers like this.
I agree. I like this.
So
remember it.
I will.
Okay. Cheers, guys.
We're going cheers. Hold on, wait. The love of a family is life's greatest gift.
Yes.
Cheers.
Yes.
This has been another episode of Divine Purpose Podcast. We love you, we honor, and we praise you. Peace.
Peace.
Thank y'all so much. That was
welcome.
That was good. And we're done.